Hello, people. So sorry for the delay. Rush is crashing repeatedly, so. And what can I do? Can't do anything about that. I am not. Maybe that's what's causing the crash, actually. I want to stop, cancel, and retry. Yeah, there we go. Retry with. I wonder maybe if that's what it is. That might have been it. Now I suspect I had an issue with sound drivers, and that might have been causing the crash over and over again. Now, maybe I just diagnosed the problem. We'll see. Maybe that is it. If I had my speakers on by mistake, which is what I had happened, and I load Rust under a 7.1 profile on a 5.1 system, that might cause Rust to crash, actually. So we'll see. That might actually be it. It may have actually been having a sound driver failure issue. I can't see what's going on in the code of the code of the load, but I wish I could. So yeah, and then sorry, I'm loading the screen, guys. I realize there is an issue here. I'm trying to get it to go. Streamlabs sucks, you know. Streamlabs does suck. It barely works. Trying to get it to even move a scene is barely possible. Even as a program, it's incredibly weak. You can't even get it to do things half the time. There we go. Okay. And sweet. And hopefully it doesn't crash this load, you know? Hopefully. But I bet it will. Maybe I better hop in the Discord. And see what the other people's responses are. There we go. And we see. I never see anybody else posting titles like me. It's because they don't ever have crashes like I do. Maybe it's my computer. It's the RAM. It might be the RAM. She might be right. It sucks that it's the RAM. Hey, good morning. Hey, is it a good or a bad time? Because what I have is not pressing. All right, no problem. I'll call you later. Love you. Bye. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Love you. Bye. I crashed again. I didn't even get past asset warming this time. Jesus Christ. Like, this piece of shit client, I can't wait until it's out of my life. It's so toxic. And no other game in history has ever been like this. It's only this game. I've never seen a game crash this much. Ever. I've never seen a game crash as much as Rust. Ever. Not Grand Theft Auto. Nobody. What's this now? Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rust crashed a long time ago, and it's just sitting there. It's lying to me that it's loading, but it's not. It's full-blown crashed. It's full-blown catastrophically crashed long ago, like 5 minutes ago, and it's lying to me about loading. End the fucking program and try again, you piece of fucking shit. Maybe I'll have to reformat my computer again or something, because I can't even get Rust to load. I think I can get any other game in history to load, but I don't think I can get Rust to load unless I reformat my computer. Because Rust is a piece of shit game. It actually kind of is. Watching it crash and crash and crash and crash every single day. Every day that I get away from it, I get a little bit happier. And I'm like, man, I feel so bad for all those poor suckers back there stuck on the face punch, breaking, broken, like, load loop all the time. Oh, I crashed. Oh, I crashed. Oh, I crashed. Pfft. I don't know. At what point is 90 minutes of a load screen okay? It's never okay. It never at any point is okay. There's even more people on the server now, which means that the server is up. It's me. I'm going to have to reformat my computer, I guess, if I want to play Rust. Something's wrong. It's some kind of virus, or Windows shat itself and has broken code now, or I uninstalled a big game and left a big hole in my drive, or something. I don't know what it is, but I believe I'm probably going to have to reformat if I want to play Rust today, which really, royally pisses me off so bad that if it was a human, I would flay them alive. Over a fire pit, too. If this load was a human, I would flay it alive. I hate it so much. I hate it more than anything I've ever hated in my entire fucking life. I hate this load more than Hitler. I hate this load more than the man who tried to kill me. I hate this load. It's the most destructive thing in the history of my life. Is Rust load screen is like the most destructive thing to my time in the history of my entire life. And that's what I'm going to say about it the rest of my life, if anybody asks. The Rust load was the most destructive thing in my entire life. It cost me thousands of hours. I have 4,000 hours, and the real secret is 1,000 of those hours are sitting on load screens. I'm dead serious, too. Thousands of hours sitting on this load screen, watching it crash and crash and crash, fresh right after a reformat. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know why. I know that I don't want to do the 2 or 3 hours it's going to take me to reformat this computer. just to get a single game to load, which is like 3 hours of your time gone just to get an application to load. It's the most time wasted in the history of mankind. It's the most time wasted, right? It's just to get an application to load, you reformat your computer. I believe it is the most time in the history of the human race lost to something completely pointless. I think it's actually the most pointless use of any time would be reformatting your computer just to load one application. It is the most pointless, wasteful, useless waste of time I can possibly think of. And that is what Rust does to me when it bends me over and spreads my legs. And I think of the word rape when I think Rust. I do. I think of the client raping me and stealing thousands of hours. Just crashing and dropping frames and getting me killed and costing me my lifetime, my lifeblood, which is my time. And watching it just steal from me over and over and over again every single day of my life is a really, really, really toxic experience. And I'm addicted to it, worse than heroin. So I keep coming back and watching it die on the asset warm-up load. Watch, it's going to do it right around here. I know it is, because... Oh, no, wait, maybe we can get to spawning world in the next 15 minutes. I don't know. There, the client crashed. We lost. Client crashed. See it? Client full-blown crashed on opening scene. Rust is crashing on load way too much. Let's go, man. Hey, you actually got to spawning. Let's see. You crashed there, though, so it's very unlikely that we're going to get a real load. It's like very unlikely. This time it got the sound loaded. That's good. It hasn't been the last 3 times. So maybe we actually maybe we finally got a load, you know? And this sickens me. I reformatted my computer 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Fresh everything. Brand new drivers, check the control delete. There is no I checked very carefully with hijack this. There is no malware or interference. There's no malware or interference here. And like, you know, oh, Rust did crash again. Oh, and we're gone. Cool. So let's try again. You know, try again, guys. You just gotta spread your cheeks and get anally raped by the Rust client 15-20 times a day until it finally gets lubed up. Your butthole gets lubed up enough where it finally slips inside a load and you can finally get in to so you can shoot up your Rust heroin. And I mean what I say. This is why I tell people Rust is like heroin. You don't tell, you know, you don't, if you're good friends with somebody, you don't tell your good friend to do heroin. You just don't do that. You tell them Rust is the worst game ever made that will destroy your life and turn you into a slave of a load screen and bad frame rate loss. That's what you warn people about this every day. You say, yeah, you're gonna crash Rust 65,000 times in your career. I know I'm up there around that number. Just 10 today. I'm up at 65,000 crashes or something like that. I wish I counted. I wish Windows would count them all. I think it should be illegal. I think Facepunch should face a lawsuit, and I believe Microsoft should be contractually not contractually obligated, but should be governmentally forced to keep a record of how much a program will crash over a year's time, right? And I know Rust is up there in the billions. Rust crashes billions of times each year. That should be something that should be prosecuted by the police. That is theft. And that's what it is. If Windows were to keep track of how many times Rust dies, oh, that also might be a part of it too. Cancel. There's another thing that might be really causing it too. Hold on. So we do see that it is not limiting its graphics in the limit FPS in the back. It's not limiting its FPS in the menu. Yeah. So but I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, try it again. I don't know. I see you jumping to 300 FPS here, which shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening. if the screen is in 200 FPS, I kind of want to impose now a frame rate cap. I'm going to cancel this, and I do see another problem happening. This load screen, there's what you keep seeing it hang all the time. You keep seeing it hang, right? The reason why is the FPS is all over the place. It doesn't have a menu FPS limit. It says limit FPS in the menu. When the game isn't connected to a server. I guess it's supposed to jump up in FPS, I guess. I don't know. But I don't like how it's all over the fucking place. So I'm going to do something that I didn't want to do this time around. Which is go to the control panel. And I'm going to impose a frame rate cap on this game of 120. Because that frame rate all over the place on the load screen is causing my crash. It's directly causing it. I can see what it's doing. The people who make Rust are garbage crab people. They really don't care if you load a game 65,000 times and lose 10 minutes each time you do it. They really don't care about that. They don't care that you've lost your life. So we bully their client. You know, we wouldn't normally bully their client, but we're going to bully their client. I'm going to bully their client into forcing it to sit at 120 only. I don't want to go into 380 on the load. That'll crash the load, right? And one of the things is I can impose stability, like impose it, you know. I can impose stability on this client. I can force it, you know. Also, I see something else that I don't like. No, wait, no, yeah, so there we go. We're applied, you know, I think. Yep, and we're good, and we can go. And now I've imposed a frame rate cap on this fucking game, where it just can't go higher than 120. Watch, it can try. Frame rate will jump here. It shouldn't be able to go to 230. Rust has some kind of crazy fucked up load. But look, I'm doing better here when I imposed a 120 cap, but it's not allowing the cap, you know. It's not allowing the cap. It wants the screen to jump up to 400 FPS and then drop down to 2, and then up to 300, and from 400 down to 20, and that crashes programs. That is quite literally face punch, full-blown committing federal crime right in front of our face. And where are the lawyers? If you were to show this in a courtroom, you would lose the lawsuit. As I was saying, face punch would lose the lawsuit. And I don't know why they haven't been sued. Because you look at this, you see it, and you can just see this number. You can see them failing in real time, the load freezing, this shit going all over the place, which causes all kinds of client stability problems and stuff. And that's face punch stealing from you right there in real time. It's stealing, really. It's kind of stealing. It's not stealing your money, it's stealing your time. Which in a way, that's almost worse. That's a lot worse. When they steal your time, it's worse than money. Because one thing you can say about time is time is money. It's basically money. So, you know, it's your currency that you have in this life, and they steal it. And it's right here. This is the method through which they do it. And it's not because they want to. It's because they're so incompetent, they don't know this is an issue. And we can tell them a whole bunch of times, and we can yell at them, and, you know, we can tell them, this is you stealing from me, and this is you crashing my load. You're crashing my load right now as I speak. We lost this load a long time ago. You crashed my load because of that. That is why. And you say, limit the FPS in menu isn't working, so we're going to turn it off because it straight up isn't working. And we're going to see if that maybe fixes it, you know? Does it fix it if I, you know, I really think that I would like to impose some kind of frame rate thing on this thing. Yeah, like I really would like you to fucking follow the rules. For some reason, yeah, Follow the fucking rules, and I bet I get my load. Watch this. Follow the fucking rules, asshole. Yeah, don't be jumping up there to 390 or whatever the fuck, right? Sit there at 120, which is my refresh rate. And don't be, yeah, look, it's already, it doesn't like it. It's like, yeah, maybe we'll crash and lose frames then. Because we're just not used to, you know, we're not used to like, man, now it's just full-blown crashed and died. See it? No, it didn't die. There we go. So, but it is running 1 FPS for some reason. I don't know why. But maybe that's a good thing, you know? Now it seems to be full-blown, like, see, I can, like, see how when I diagnose the issue and I make some movement towards it, you can immediately see that I'm right. You can see that I'm right. That the FPS is in the top right, and it's all over the fucking place, and it causes catastrophic client load, and it crashes the client. So we come back in again, and we try again. This time, maybe with a new reload with the right option settings, perhaps we could get our load. But you'll see me just crash load, 7, 8, 9 times. One of the reasons is because Windows itself is unstable now. Even after 5 days, Windows has become unstable, and it is not providing me the